Hi everybody, this is Crystal from Sultan's Choice Belly Dance. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel below. This channel is meant to be a companion video for your in-studio, in-person dance training. So I'm hoping that each and every one of you is either already a student of mine or you have your own teacher in your own area where you are going to take classes. So that being said, today's highlight is going to be on hip movement and the different ways that we can actually make it go. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight my hips here for a second, bring this up. Now, the first and most obvious way that we can make our hips go is just by using our legs. With a little bit of kind of, I don't know, I like to think of levers and posts and seesaws and things, moving your hips up and down. So we've got the leg bones that are helping to shift the hips up and down. Okay, that's just one way. Let's take one foot right on the ball, and we're going to push the foot into the ground and just allow one side of the hip to go up and down. This is momentum based, being driven from the leg, driven from below. Now, what happens if we lift that foot off the ground? I'm just going to put my foot into a low passe. Now from here I can still make my hip go up and down. Now before we go too much farther, we're going to talk real quick about hips and making sure that they're in neutral pelvis before you do too much work with them. You'll end up overworking through your low back muscles and your quadratus lumborum, and then your back is going to be very, very angry with both you and me. So my good friend Lacey Sanchez was just here on the weekend, and she just gave us a tip that she likes to try and get into neutral pelvis before coming into dance posture. So that means trying to find the two hip bones and the pubic bone aligned on the same plane. So if you go to the side and the pubic bone is tilted towards the back, you'll see the hip bones come into a front or anterior tilt, and the tail actually shoots out behind. The reverse problem is coming too far into a tuck, and now the pubic bone is stuck out in front of the hip bones, and the hip bones are posterior. We don't want that either. I want these guys and this to be on the same plane. So I'm going to suck in through my low belly muscles and pull this into the perfect tripod triangle on a flat plane, and then I'm going to release my knees and keep that there. Good, perfect. Okay, so from here, bringing one leg into a low passe. Now we can make the hip go up and down by using our oblique muscles, lifting it up, crunching through the side, and putting it down, up, down, up, down. This is an excellent way to practice. Alternatively, we can leave the legs out of it, leave the obliques out of it, and use the glutes into it. So that would be contracting one side, other side. So I can make the hips go up and down that way as well. We want to be careful when using that type of force that we don't actually use the leg as well, tilt back and throw the hip out. Very, very bad, okay, very bad. So because I like the oblique use and getting that really trained and drilled in for hip movement, we never know when we're going to be using our feet and traveling. Okay, so that could happen at any time. So I don't want to rely on my feet and my knees and my legs to control my hips because they're moving my body in space. Okay, so that's trick number one. Make sure you're not using your legs. So bring one foot even just to the ball. I prefer toe off the ground. Bend your supporting leg a little bit, okay? Neutral pelvis, bend the knees, supporting leg, turn out the toe just a little bit, widen your base of support, okay, very important. Attach the ball of the big toe to the low calf, arms out in a nice low A, and we're gonna lift the hip up, put it down. Lift it up, put it down, and up, and down, and up, and faster still, it's up, down, up, down, up, down, up. If you want to try and extend the front leg, you can. Okay, it throws your balance off a little bit. Bring it back in. See if you can extend to the back. Before you do, shift your weight forward. Keep that leg bent, supporting leg bent. Okay, use the oblique, don't use the glute. Okay, now try and use the glute a little bit. For 4 and 3 and 2, take a step and lift. And back it up. All right, so bringing it all up. Use the muscles. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. See if you can extend the toe. Good. I like to think about my hip and my bottom rib as being bread. My obliques are like the peanut butter and jam in the middle. Okay, if you're gonna go behind, this one's easier to do with the glute, but harder to do with the oblique. So if you can do it with the oblique, chances are you'll definitely be able to do it with the glute. All right, shake it out. And let's give a little bit of a work, like my big socks, into the feet, press through the toes, work out through the shin, keep pulled in, keep nice and long in the low back. Switch and switch. And let's lift the toe, bring it around and around, work the top of the foot, switch. All right. And there was our quick little highlight today on hips, how to help make them work. And we had our highlight on the obliques and how we can use that to lift the hip for us. Next technique, tip, I don't know, highlight, magnifier, spotlight, there you go, will be on using the psoas or the hip flexor to help twist it up and in. All right, we'll talk more about that next technique talk. Bye.